For this section, we start on page 321, and we're going to need to look at some definitions to get you started. So we'll go slow, and you'll probably have several videos for this one. So the first thing that we look at is on page 321, and it's an installment loan. And that's typically what we do. When we buy a car, we don't pay for all of it all at once. We usually have to take out a loan, and we pay payments on it, and those are called installments. So in your book on page 321, it says an installment loan is an agreement to pay off a loan or a purchase by making equal payments at regular intervals. Now in this book, everything's going to be monthly for installments. So we're going to be talking about monthly payments. The other type of loan that we talk about in this section is the credit card loan. And a credit card loan says that on page 321, it says that this type of loan allows for purchases or cash advances up to a specified maximum line of credit. So when you get a credit card, they're going to tell you what your credit limit is. So if you get a credit card and they tell you that you have a $5,000 credit limit, you can charge anything you want to up to $5,000. After that, they cut you off, or sometimes they may raise your limit. You're also going to have a lot of formulas in this chapter, so you need to get familiar with some of the variables. At the bottom of page 321, there's a list of variables. So one of the variables that you have will be a capital P, which stands for the principal, which is the original amount. So it's the amount that you're going to finance. So if you were buying a car for $5,000, it would be $5,000. R stands for the interest rate. It is a percent, and when you do your math with it, you will move the decimal 2 places to the left. T stands for time in years. I is the amount of interest, so it is a dollar amount. A stands for future value amount. And future value is the total amount that you end up paying, including your interest. Lowercase m is the amount of the monthly payment, and uppercase N is the number of payments. Starting at the top of page 322, you have your list of formulas. So if you're keeping a formula sheet, you need to make sure that you have a formula for simple interest. Simple interest is I for the amount of the interest equals principal times the interest rate times time in years. The amount to be repaid, sometimes called future value, is A equals principal, the original amount, plus the amount of the interest, or future value equals principal times 1 plus rate times time in years. So you really need to make sure that you've written those formulas down. Capital N, which stands for the number of the payments, since we're doing ours monthly, is 12 times the time, which is the number of years that we're doing this. Most of the time it's years. Lowercase m, the amount of each payment, is the future value divided by the number of payments. So those are the formulas that you're going to need to start off with.